I think the main one is that our actions tend to lag behind our vision, or our highest vision. You know, we go to seminars, or we hear something like this, and we get super excited and we say yes, and that's how I want to be. And yet, you know, you go into your office, and it's the same people, and it's the same posters on the wall, and it's the same staff, and it's the same maybe expectations we think people have, the same convincing we still think we need to do, the same like meet them where they're at, and teach them something new, which I know is conventional practice management philosophy, but it's not my philosophy. I discovered that people are ready. People have been way ahead of us on this in chiropractic for a long time. We're the ones who are afraid. So that's another factor. We're afraid of rejection. We're afraid of being looked at as crazy. We're afraid of success. We're afraid of failure. We're afraid of a lot of things. And it's, again, how could we not be with all the distractions that we've been exposed to, and all the warning things we've been given and stuff. So, you know, I don't know how many times I heard in my life, don't fly too high, it's a long fall, blah, blah, blah. You know, stay small, stay quiet, stay under the radar. So, you know, here we are in this profession that's not exactly status quo. So that's one of the biggest challenges is fear. And BJ Palmer said, you can't be a chiropractor till you've overcome your fears. And you can go to school and get a license, but you can't be a chiropractor until you're bold and enough and have enough, as Jimmy Parker used to say, faith, confidence, and belief in your product, services, and ideas, and especially yourself. So it takes a little work. It takes a little work to overcome that. And it takes a little work to overcome the idea that we do have to sell or convince anything, or that everybody's belief system is wrong, and the only way we can, you know, help people is by making sure they know they're wrong and teaching them this new. No, man, over the years of sharing the kind of message that I'm sharing here, it was like, duh. It was like, this is what I've always believed. This is, you know, I'm so happy to have found somebody who could explain it that way, because I couldn't have explained it to somebody. But yeah, this is, sure, I get it. You know, so did I answer your question? You know, it's
Yeah.
I think that's the biggest one. But to go back to the first thing I said, we have to be also a little bold, and sometimes, like, I started saying things to people before I was 1,000% convinced they were even true. Especially when I realized what I had been telling them was not even remotely true. So it became a little easier to tell them something else. But that takes a little bit of stretching, and it takes a little bit of, you know, I don't want to use the word in religious context or have anybody even go there in their mind, but faith. It takes a little bit of faith in oneself and in the principle, and in the fact that people are not as entrenched or indoctrinated in their stuff as we might think. It's just their veneer, just like ours. We all got raised in this, you know, by the time you and I were 10, we already saw some, I don't know the statistic, it was nauseating how many commercials we'd seen, you know, health related commercials telling us that we can't be healthy. We can't have social contact without Prozac, and we can't, you know, so we all grow up thinking we're weak or deficient or lacking in some way. So, but I think in our hearts, we all know that's not true. So, yeah. So to figure out what your why is, your biggest why, your biggest vision, and to be working every day towards actually communicating that way and living that way and embracing that, and not just holding it as some dream for the future, but be moving toward it, again, in our hearts and our minds and our communication every single day. And we'll catch up, or we'll get closer, you know, and then our vision will expand, and we'll have more work to do. But it's cool. It keeps us busy for a lifetime.